Hi guys, so some people have, since I uploaded my other YouTube video, asked for just a video of my bullet journal, just a bit more zoomed in, because I know a few of you said you couldn't see the writing. So obviously my previous video is a bit more of an overview about my system, so I'm just going to go through what I'm doing at the moment in this. So it's a Giulio Firenze, it's the aubergine colour, it's a B6 appunto. So I'll show you the inside first. So you get a pocket here. I've just got some kind of like passport photos and things. A pocket here. So in here I keep my receipts. This is from Plan Life to Love. I'm on Instagram, but she's Monkey Moves on Etsy. And then my sticker stash here. So I keep all my stickers in here. So I've got some by like Madison Fox Plans, Peaceful Mind Designs. So I just keep all of these in the front, and I like use my stickers in a few different ways in there as well. It's not like massively kind of pretty and decorated, my planner, so I use them quite functionally. All my card slots up here. I keep my most used card in the top, because then when I'm out and I'm like buying something, I can just literally kind of pull my card from the top and then put it back in when I'm done, so I don't even have to open my planner. So that's why I do it like that. My pen is from Giulio, but it's got a Parker Quink Flow refill in it, a gel refill. So that's the pen that I've used on here. And then you've got a pocket here, which I've got some post-it notes, some memo notes, a business card, and a traveller's, this is like a traveller's notebook writing board, but it's really handy to just use as like a ruler on the go. So yeah, keep that in there as well. Okay, oh, and there's also a zipper pocket. So I just have like money in here. I've got some page flags in there as well. It's quite a big, nice big zipper actually. The B6 is such a good size. And then I've got the big back pocket, which is amazing. So lots of different things in here, like stuff, letters for appointments, all that kind of thing. So that's really good. So yeah, I use this bit as a bit of like a dashboard. So I've got my Ollie clip, and I have one of my memo notes clipped on. So this is just like my shopping list. So that's food, and this is like other things, but stuff I need to buy quite quickly, so like deodorant, stuff like that, when I'm running low. So I'll just go through this for you guys, so you should be able to see more clearly now as we did a bit more. So this is my index. So we got the bullet journal method book from Plannercon as one of our free gifts, which was amazing, and I read that through before I started, and Ryder talks a lot about kind of making sure that what you're doing is worthy and adding value to your life. So I kind of put a quote, you know, help you say, focus on all the things that are worthy of your yes. So it's about kind of knowing what to say no to as well. So really kind of just considering what you want to put in your bullet journal when you go to put it in. So I've got kind of the name of it and then the page number here. So for example, you can just kind of go on to the next page number. It doesn't have to be kind of in a consecutive order. You can just add the next one to here. And then what I do is I write on the bottom. So obviously the next page to this one was 18. So I know I can just turn to page 18 and carry on. I don't have to go back and check my index. So yeah, that's really handy. Then I've got my key. So I do a dot for a task, a circle for an event, a dash for a note, a cross for a task complete, task migrated, task scheduled, priority or urgent, inspiration, and a note to journal about. So if I've written a note, then I might want to kind of write more freehand about it. So I'll put like a line down so it makes it into like a plus. And then my future log. So I originally set this up as Ryder did, but I realised that I really find it difficult that all the like dates are like not really in order, so they're kind of like, I don't know, a bit mismatched. So I didn't like that, so I did end up see if I can find the page. Yeah, I just ended up like writing them all out kind of I found that worked better for me. And Ryder said kind of, if there's anything that's not working for you, just scrap it. Like, it's not a waste. It's better to have, you know, everything in there that works for you. So I think that's really important. So I might like either just leave this blank or maybe have it as goals or something like that. I'm not quite sure yet. So then I've got my May. So obviously written it down like Ryder says to do it, but I've also added like little lines underneath the Sunday, just because it helps me see a bit better kind of where the week ends, like separate each week. This monthly overview is a freebie from SM Plans from her Facebook group, so absolutely love that. So thank you so much, Sierra. It's just so my style. And then you put like your May tasks. So you have like your monthly tasks here, and then every day you can look at your daily tasks from the day before and also have a look at your monthly tasks, see if there's anything you can move over and get done today, and also have a look at your events and things that you're doing. So for me, this journal is all about like functionality. I have got another journal that I use to kind of scrapbook in, but this is about being more organised, being more productive. So I've kind of put here, it's not about how you look, how your journal looks, it's about how it makes you feel and how effective it is. So my journal for me is to help me get stuff done, and I really have to remember that and try not to put too much pressure on myself to make it look nice and things, when actually it's not helping me to plan better. For some people, having their journal look a certain way helps them plan. Some people use their journal for, you know, to have an opportunity to be a bit more arty. So it's kind of just about what is it given for you. And I think the most important thing is to kind of set your intention for your bullet journal. Why am I doing this? What do I want out of it before you start? And then just trying to remind yourself and sticking to that intention throughout. So I've got my books to read book log. Again, as I said, very functional. So just kind of right at the top with a line. I'm not kind of making it all pretty and everything, because I felt like that added pressure to me when I was trying to do a new spread. I'd be like, oh, I can't really, I don't have time, because I'd want to like write it out all nice. I've not really got time to do it. So kind of avoid doing things. And that's when I kind of stopped using the system. And that's kind of where it all went wrong. So putting in simply like this really, really helps me. So books to read, book log. I'm trying to read 40 books in 2019. So that's why I'm kind of keeping track of these. Then I've got my daily. So as you can see, they started off quite long. They're getting shorter and shorter now, so I'm getting stuff done. So that's really exciting. Next page of my bullet journal method notes. Some more dailies, really long. Oh, getting shorter and shorter now. And then, yeah, my June. So again, SM Plans, amazing. This is actually really beautiful coloured one, but I'm going for quite minimalistic. So I print it out in black and white. It looks gorgeous either way, but the coloured option's on there as well. My birthdays. So I have like the months along the top. So 1 to 12. So January, February, March, April, May, June, etc. Everybody's names, and then you can just look, you can be like, okay, June, whose birthdays have I got, and just look down the road to see whose birthdays you've got coming up, and then you can put them into your planner. So yeah, I find that works really well for me, just having it all kind of laid out like that. Then I've got my daily schedule. So this is taken from Ryder's book, just to remind me to kind of do the AM reflection, PM reflection, silent plan, do, check, act. So kind of making sure I'm reflecting on everything I'm doing and trying to kind of make it the best that I can do, and, you know, always improving on what I'm doing and on myself, etc. More notes for the bullet journal method book. And then this page I think is really, really important. So I'd really recommend having one of these. I think especially at the beginning it can get quite confusing trying to remember what you need to be checking each day and stuff before it gets into a habit. So I've got my daily, monthly and yearly routines. So things that I need to do on a daily basis. So check my monthly log, check monthly tasks, migrate or schedule daily tasks, daily reflection, and fill out gratitude or wins log. So really try and remember to do those on a daily basis. Monthly basis. So now June's about to start. I'm going to start going through my future log, check my important dates, check my birthdays, and then do a yearly review at the end of the year. And I've also got this clipped here because it's also my important dates. So these 2 pages are really important. So this is like yearly stuff. So like my MOT expiring, cats vaccinations, that happens year after year. So you've kind of always got that there to like, I need to check that as well every month just to make sure I've got the stuff in. my daily gratitude or wins log. So I need to work on filling that out more, definitely. I went to a seminar, so just notes that I took. So obviously you just use the next page you want, and it's just so versatile, the bullet journal is. A little quote that I wrote out. This is really important as well, I think. So sometimes we can't control like what certain people do, certain events that happen that are out of our control. What we can control how we respond to it, how we respond to what happens to us, how we respond to people, how we respond to events. So there is part of that that's in our control, and I think that's just really important to remember. I got this at PlannerCon. It was on the swaps table, and I just thought it was really, really pretty. I've got a bit of a phobia of balloons, so I've just kind of got it in there just because I really liked it, kind of getting myself used to the idea, and yeah, I just think they're really pretty, so that's why that's there. Daily tasks again, and I did a little reflection, so things that I did well and then things I could have done better. So one thing I did well, one thing I could have done better, so quite like that. So I'm going to do that again tonight because it's the end of the next week. Reacting versus responding, I really liked this. So reacting is instinctual and responding is intentional, and I do sometimes do this, and I want to be doing more of this because I want to be responding how I want to respond and how it reflects me, not just reacting to something someone said or a situation that's happened. So that's why I wrote that one out there. Again, that's from the bullet journal book. Honestly, you need to read it, guys. It's so good. So I've got to buy and a priority, so stuff I need to buy like quite soon. Again, the bullet journal method, so some more notes, and then some key concepts, which I thought was good to look back on as well, which is why I kind of wrote those out. Dailies, so they're not pretty, but they're so functional, and they get shorter and shorter, which is great because I'm kind of getting stuff done, and because you're having to write them out every day, that makes you consider if it's a task that's worth doing, whether it's worth kind of writing out again. It just gives you that minute to kind of think about it whilst you're writing it down, which I think really helps. And I think that's one of the things I stopped doing last time, was I started just doing a weekly, which works for some people, but actually meant that when I wasn't writing everything down, I just have this weekly list again. Every week I'll be writing the same tasks and I wouldn't have ever done them, whereas doing them on a daily basis means I am actually doing stuff. So again, that's working really well for me. I think if the bullet journal method stops working for me, I'm going to kind of try and review what I'm doing and check that I've not kind of gone too off track with the method, because I think sometimes we can make things more complicated than they need to be. So yeah. Cleaning, so I did this as a separate spread because sometimes my cleaning stuff is not time bound, so it's just stuff that I want to do at some point. So if I had something that I needed to get done that day, I'd put it in my daily, but otherwise I'd kind of put it here, stuff that I need to kind of get done at some point. Daily reflection, so again, this is something that I'm really trying to get into, not been so good at, but I am going to try and get into, and I think that it's really important. It's something I really want to be doing, but I just needed to remind myself a bit about it. I think I was getting myself a bit confused, so I thought if I've got this here to look at when I'm trying to do it, that's going to really, really help me. So that's why I wrote that out. So then we've got the talks and workshops from PlannerCon. Honestly, guys, I don't know when the next date is, but I'd so recommend going. Like, not only did I meet, everybody was lovely, the planners were amazing. Like, to actually get to choose my Gilio in person was just the best thing ever. I was like, I had a few of them out to pick from. Like, oh my God, it was just so good. But the talks were so inspirational. Like, it was just, I feel like I took so much from it. So I'm just so pleased I went. I'm definitely going next time. So yeah, different talks, and then another daily, so obviously they're just slotting wherever. So here's my July, so here's what I was talking about, kind of where I've just laid everything out. So I volunteer at our local homeless shelter every other Wednesday evening after work. So I have these stickers because I just put them in for the rest of the year every other Wednesday, but I know that if it changes at all, I can just peel the stickers off and move them around. So that's what I use those stickers for, because I'm kind of planning that quite far in advance. And then I know that if I have a holiday or anything, I can give them a good notice to kind of swap around. So that's why they're there. So my perfect morning routine and my perfect evening routine, we had a talk by Fast Forward Amy, who just talked to us about prioritising yourself, about switching off. Like a lot of us don't actually switch off. So she said that we need to kind of cue our bodies into like waking up and cue our bodies into getting ready to go to sleep. So having that kind of morning routine that lets your body know it's time to wake up, and also doing something for you, having taking 5 to 10 minutes just for you, and evening routine as well. So cueing your body in that it's time to kind of settle down and start going to sleep. So I don't think that you're supposed to have any electronics involved in this. It's supposed to just be about you. But that is something that I actually really enjoy doing in the morning. I don't find it, like I don't look at my emails or anything like that, but that's something I enjoy, so I'll put that on there. That's just obviously a little quote that I wrote out. Then to-do lists, I've only got one thing left, obviously except for my work stuff. What I do is, like on a Thursday or Friday, if I've not, I don't migrate my tasks over from work for the weekend, because I'm not going to do them on Saturday or Sunday anyway, so there's no point. So on the Monday, I'll always go back to the last work day and write out my work tasks from there. And I'm going to Oxfordshire soon, so there's a little packing list there as well. And yeah, that's about all the stuff that I can show. I think I also have like a little pen test at the back. Yeah, which I just tested out some pens on. So I hope that was helpful to have it a bit clearer so you guys could see more of what I've actually written. Again, any like questions or anything like that, just let me know. Anybody that's got an aubergine coming, you are not going to ever regret it. Honestly, it's so nice. It feels lovely, it looks lovely. So yeah, I'm really impressed with it. And B6 actually size is working really well for me. I was in my pocket rings before, so it was like quite a change, and I was a bit worried, but actually I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving like the space that I've got, and because like obviously with my dailies I have them on like one page, so I'm not ever wasting it or feeling like I've got a day per page or anything like that. It just works for me doing it like that, so I don't feel pressured to write stuff if I don't want to, but then I can write whatever I want, you know, kind of when I want. And with the Apunto, you get the 2 bookmarks as well. So I have like one on my monthly, one on my daily, and then that just kind of works really well. I know what to be checking and moving across each day. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how it's working out for me. If you really like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much to all my subscribers, all my followers on Instagram. The support I get from you guys is just so amazing. So I really appreciate it. I'll put my Instagram below as well, so you can follow me if you want. Thanks, bye.